Over the last week or so, some comments from Ryan Tannehill arose talking about his thoughts on mentoring young rookie quarterback Malik Willis. What do you have on this?
Yeah, so Ryan Tannehill spoke to reporters on Tuesday, and this is what he had to say. I'm quoting Tannehill here. He says, "That's part of being in a quarterback room, in the same room. We're competing against each other. We're watching the same tape. We're doing the same drills. I don't think it's my job to mentor him." Now, this has caused a little bit of firestorm in the media. Some people have criticized Tannehill with his comments, and you can take it one way or the other. I don't think it really matters that much because I don't think the Tennessee Titans want Ryan Tannehill to mentor Malik Willis. If you look at what Ryan Tannehill's strengths are, it is athleticism, it is arm strength, it's toughness, it's his size, it's his measurables. What is Malik Willis's strengths, or what are Malik Willis's strengths? His athleticism, his arm strength, his size, his talent level. Ryan Tannehill's weaknesses are decision making and accuracy, and game management a little bit. That's the same thing with Malik Willis. He's got to get more experience with decision making, accuracy, and game management. Obviously, moving from Liberty to the NFL. So Ryan Tannehill literally has nothing to offer Malik Willis, right? There's no benefit from Malik. I mean, what is Malik Willis going to learn from Ryan Tannehill? How to throw 3 picks to the Bengals in a playoff game? I mean, that's just. What do you think? You think the Titans want Willis to listen to Tannehill?
No, I didn't. I mean, Tannehill has been serviceable. He's not gonna lose you a game unless it's a playoff game. He's been fairly decent for the Titans, and I think they appreciate what he's done for their organization. But I think Tannehill should appreciate what the Titans have done for him as well, because they've really set him up. Obviously in Miami he wasn't nearly as good. And it not necessarily wasn't Adam Gase's fault, as we've seen other quarterbacks come out and still not be successful after Gase. But like you said, Tannehill isn't the guy. I don't think Tannehill's retiring and opening up a quarterback school to mentor young quarterbacks. This isn't like the Manning Passing Academy 2.0.
Exactly.
What do you want? Tannehill to mentor Malik Willis? You want some guy that's like a generational talent to mentor him. Get him with Tom House. Get his throwing motion down. Get him with Michael Vick. Show him how to be an explosive runner. You don't want Tannehill to mentor this guy.
Well, especially when you look at the fact that Tannehill's weaknesses a lot are, his game management abilities and his inability to, handle himself with accuracy and decision making. It's not like, the comparisons we've heard some, and I think they're false, is this an Alex Smith, Pat Mahomes situation? Alex Smith was known for being great leader, great game management, accurate, smart decision, runs the offense well, doesn't have a lot of physical tools, at least that part in his career in Kansas City. That's the exact opposite of Tannehill. Smith was a great mentor to Mahomes because Smith could impart wisdom onto Pat Mahomes. I think the comparison I have in this situation, the Willis-Tannehill situation, is one I know near and dear to your heart, being a Ravens fan. It's the Joe Flacco-Lamar Jackson situation. Think about it. Flacco and Tannehill are very similar. Both big guys, both good athletes, both with big arms, both won a lot of games and won some playoff games, but arguably on the strength of the roster and the coaching around them, not necessarily how good they were at quarterback. And then Flacco obviously got replaced by Jackson. We've seen what Jackson has done with the Ravens last few years, especially when he's healthy. I think we're seeing a lot of the same effect here with the Titans with Malik Willis.
Absolutely. And much to the chagrin of the media, there's been a bunch of people who've come out and support, I guess, of Malik Willis, so to speak. At least that's how it looks to me. You get the Kurt Warners of the world who've come out and said, listen, this whole, whether you want Tannehill to mentor this guy or not, you don't say that. He's tired of the whole old veteran isn't going to be here to babysit the young rookie. And Kurt Warner went so far as to say is, any young quarterback out there who wants to be mentored, just call me. I'll mentor you. And even a step further, Michael Strahan came out directly to Kayvon Thibodeau and was like, hey, I will mentor you, one New York Giant great to a potential another New York Giant great. I know how to run the defensive line. You come talk to me, and I'll mentor you, show you how to be great in New York. So I think people are agreeing with what we're saying.
Well, yeah, and I think especially in Tannehill season, this is the difference between Tannehill and Warner and Strahan, right? Is that Warner's a Hall of Famer, Strahan's a Hall of Famer. Both of them were good. Both of them won Super Bowls. Both of them won big games. Tannehill is costing the Titans big games. He was terrible against the Ravens 2 years ago in the playoffs. He was terrible, really terrible against the Bengals last year when they finally got healthy. Remember, they got Derrick Henry back. They got into the playoffs, 12 wins. I think they were the number 1 overall seed. They somehow got it. Number 1 or number 2, I kind of forget. I think they were number 1, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and they got home field advantage. This is their run to the playoffs. Derrick Henry's healthy. It's all working out great. And what did he do? He has a stinker against the Bengals, cost him the game. He wasn't clutch, obviously, through the pick at the end that set the Bengals, and Evan McPherson hit the game-winning kick. He knows that he's insecure. He knows his job's over, right? He knows he's not really over. I think it's on the line. He could potentially win it back, but he knows the odds are in his favor, and he's not very confident in himself and his own abilities. And I think that's why he's lashing out like this. And I think the Titans are loving this. I think they want that competition because they want to see Malik Willis win that job outright.
Oh, yeah. I think they want him to get fired up. I think they want to come out there and show he's going to play with a chip on his shoulder, being drafted lower than a lot of people thought that he would be, and not being the first quarterback off the board. I think something like this to give him that little extra pizzazz, a little extra fire in his belly, this is going to be great. And I think I'm excited to see what Malik Willis brings.